Okay, y'all, check this out. Yeah, my voice is different. I'm trying to talk low because I'm trying to go to sleep here and stuff. But I just thought about it. Excuse me. I just thought about it, and these uh, these things. I'm gonna try to express this to you. How? Dang, I just drank some milk too. That sucks. Um. Okay. A few days ago, I was seeing. I was remembering these, and I think I had another dream of this. And I'm gonna say I'm not a dreamer. I don't say that to mean it's like, oh, my dream must be important. Then if I dream, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. What I mean is, when I say I'm not a dreamer, I very rarely dream, and I'm not used to writing them down. I'm not used to really paying attention to them and stuff like that. So maybe keep that in mind too. Um, but in the beginning, like it was around 2014. It really started around 2014, and I had one a few days ago, and it reminded me of them. See if I can express this. I would dream of these, and there's a kicker at the end. Something I just researched. I was like, whoa. I was thinking about how could I describe those. How can I describe those UFOs I've seen? So okay, I'll go into the dreams I had. I started having 2014, and it was so, and I had them more so around that 2014, 2015, and over the years since then, I've had them. I remember a few times uh, through the years, And I just recently had one a few days ago, and it reminded me of them. And I started thinking, like I thought then when I had some of the dreams. Let's say if I had it in 2018, I thought the same thing. I was remembering, it's like, did that really happen? There was it was so realistic, and maybe I'm not used to dreaming such things. I don't know, but and the only way I could describe them is thought how can I even describe them? I'm not a visual person, so even when I've had prophetic dreams before, it's usually just a feeling and knowledge. But if I could describe them by sight to you, they reminded me of something like jellyfish. Um, but the light on them were, and they were just all around in different. Especially back in 2014, 2015, I remember them. I was having quite a lot of them. The kind of like hollow in the inside, but their silhouette is like got this light. But the light on them was the weirdest thing. I don't know if I could describe the light. Um, it was really don't really have words to describe it. No, I'm talking about the dream now. You think I'm gonna talk about these drones and stuff, but right now I'm just talking about the dream. Okay, so yeah, keep that in mind. So I'm keeping it separate from what we're seeing right now. For right now, we'll try to see if they're the same thing later. I'm just now talking about the dream. Oh, the dream. Okay, most of them was like jellyfish. Some of them was kind of like this. There was just lights. Some of them was looked just kind of like that. But in this dream, the lights were so They had such a weird, I mean, super weird vibe to them. And I'm more of a feeler than a seer or anything else. And I just wish I could describe it. Sorry, I'm not speaking this very well. It would help for me to. Let me look at that. Yeah, I look back and thought, did that really happen? And it's like, and sometimes I've thought before, it's like, wait a minute, it kind of does something to your memory. It's like, wait a minute, if that really happened, um, then I look at reality in the world where, you know, we're in, and I look around, I'm like, well, that couldn't have really happened, because people would have been going crazy, because they were. I mean, the light of them was so strange. I wouldn't call it heavenly. It's not. Really, I guess you could call it spiritual, but not heavenly, but not earthly either. You knew when you seen them. People were just like, whoa. It just gave a vibe. It's just like almost kind of could freeze you or something like that. It's just wow. And uh, I've never really thought to name them jellyfish, but that's the only thing I can describe them, a lot of them as physically. And I thought that's a lot better than I'm saying it. Let's look at this real quick. Maybe it's a calm me down or whatever. Sister Crystal channel here, Crystal Warrior Through Christ. She showed this. First appeared in the Northwest, November 2022. A few minutes disappeared. It appeared again in the South. I could capture. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to see. But she says it wasn't a weather balloon, wasn't a plane, wasn't a drone, wasn't, all those things. And yeah, what I've seen in the dreams, there's definitely none of that. I don't even think they were physical. And you knew the people in the dream I mean, when I seen them, I was thinking, okay, these things are just out. It's like you go to a street or something, and you'd see it off in the distance, and the light is just, I can't describe them. They're not anything of the earth, and they're not of God. You knew. I mean, I definitely knew. It's like the light was kind of awe-inspiring or something like that, but it's like, this ain't good. You got that feeling of it. But it kind of like makes you stop in your tracks, which I gotta be honest with you, evil doesn't do that to me, you know. Normally something evil, I'm not interested. I don't care about blah blah what these people are doing and all that. Yeah, the light was otherworldly. Okay, put it that way. So anyhow, when I was thinking, it was like, okay, has anybody else these things that people are seeing now? Has anybody seen them to be as jellyfish, for instance? Okay, UFO jellyfish filmed flying over a U.S. military base. I was like, whoa, and that was 11 months ago. And well, there they are right there. So I tell you the thought I had in 2014 and the feeling I had from it. Let's say, well, like when I first had them, might have been 2013, but probably 2014 first had them. When I was seeing that, when I was on the scene, in the scene, in the dream, and seeing it. You know, I was like, this is the end. This is we're being raptured. You know, there's I don't know. It's kind of like any second now or something like that. It's like I mean, it's kind of like people around. It's like, "Man, this is amazing. This is, and not in a good way. They didn't automatically give you. It was a kind of fright. It's kind of fright and awe and stuff like that. But you know, if you, especially if you had any discernment, you know it wasn't good. I've never seen this before. They're lighting them up as jellyfish, and I do have to say, these past year or two, and they're showing these Starlink lights, and I've said with a lot of people, a couple of people I talk with, brothers and sisters that have filmed these so-called drones and stuff that people are calling them. I've said it seems like some kind of Starlink. I call it Starlink. They might have another name for them, but I don't care about the names of what the enemy's doing. I just generalize their stuff. Is it? I bet Starlink has something to do with it anyway. But I just generalize everything the enemy's doing up there as Starlink. I just give it one name. They're it's jellyfish, and I mean it just took me just now. It took me by surprise, or I was like, I don't know if they're going to be more visual. I mean, they're already doing this right here. U.S. drone makers show off jellyfish from 1,000 something. Let's see that real quick. Nah, man, come on, dude. But they weren't physical balloons or anything. You could tell. There's no question in your mind when you seen these things in the dream at least. And you might have better spiritual discernment in the dream too, or something. I don't know. When we seen them in a dream, it's like you know it wasn't anything of the earth that we had come to know before, and you know it wasn't an angel of God. There's no question. When you seen them, there's no question. Uh, And I don't know, just some more thoughts. I guess I'll wrap this up. I might do a better version of this soon. But here, alien-looking creature transforming near ocean floor. We seen those lights. I was off New Jersey. They was going into the ocean, and I've noticed some of those. I mean, I've noticed before some evil spirits are have the form of marine creatures deep in the ocean. You know, there's that too. Whatever that's worth. That's all we got on jellyfish. That's all I could find. But yeah. See, I was getting okay. Here's my kind of summary. What I think about it. um, I think it very well could be that sometimes in dreams we're able to see things kind of as they are. Um, and if you saw the same thing in your waking hours, hard to explain it all, but we can kind of not see them for what they are. We tend to blend everything, blend all reality together in our waking hours. It's like, oh, that's mundane. And even some people be like, oh, that's a airplane or something. I'm taking that. Well, either they're going to be more apparent, like some of these lights people are catching. I wonder if somebody could get some kind of searchlight on them or something, and I wonder if they'd show them more as a jellyfish. Anyway, long story short, I'm thinking that the same ones I've seen in my dreams, since 2014, that I knew was like, okay, this is it. Time's up. Time's up. Last grain of sand. Time's up. Um, I think these are the same ones. So it's and I gotta say they do, even though you don't react to them. Probably most people, even brethren, when they see them, like if you go out at night and you see some of those lights or whatever right now, you don't exactly react to them the same as you did in those dreams that I was having. I have when I've seen some of them. That's probably what started reminding me of them. It's like it did kind of give me the same feeling. And like I say, I'm a feeling person, not much of a sight person. I'm a feeler, and spiritually more than anything else. And I gotta say, it did give me a similar feeling. It was kind of more intense in the dreams, but it was the same quality or same flavor, I guess you could say, of feeling. So I'll leave it at that. Sorry, so long there. I think it's time to go. What can I say? Come, Lord Jesus. Amen.